Scott Morrison gets dad-shamed, an empathy consultant on the brink of collapse, and a local bloke is back on the market. Hey guys, it's Effie Bateman, and this is the Daily Batuta for Friday, the 22nd of April. Thanks for tuning in. So starting off with some good news today, and I'm happy to say that Clancy and Errol will be back tomorrow, as Clancy's court case was thrown out of the window after it was discovered that one of his ex-wives had framed him for being the Batuta Heights poo jogger. If you're not across that, Clancy was taken into court and it was believed that he was the culprit. Apparently it was Carol, or I think it was Carol. It could have also been Deborah. He's got a few. He's kind of like Bluebeard in that way, except he doesn't kill them. Anyway, she hired someone from Marketplace that closely resembled him as an act of revenge because apparently Clancy took all her Beanie Babies in the divorce. And if you've ever looked up the original Beanie Babies, they're actually worth quite a bit. Some even get a few thousand apparently. Anyway, onto some more serious news, and a local autistic teen has responded to Prime Minister Scott Morrison's comments about disabled people. If you didn't watch the Sky News debate, which a lot of us weren't able to because we don't have pay-per-view and we don't want to read Sky News, Morrison was responding to a pundit who asked about the NDIS scheme and how it affected her autistic son, when Morrison responded saying that he and Jenny had been blessed that they hadn't had children that had to go through that. And though, there was an attempt at empathy, Morrison, of course, chose the incorrect wording, which has quickly drawn the ire and frustration of many people, including young Braden Williams, who has since told us that he actually feels blessed he doesn't have a dad like Scott Morrison. And speaking of this blunder, apparently it proved to be the final straw for his empathy consultant, who was seen smashing another clipboard to pieces following his comments during the debate. Despite the consultant telling him, please stop mentioning Jenny and your daughters at every given opportunity, it was largely ignored, and now the consultant is starting to heavily consider a career change as she's at her wit's end, even stating that maybe she should go seek someone a bit more empathetic, such as Ivan Milat's accomplice or a ball of uncooked pizza dough. And lastly, with some local news, and a recently dumped bloke has sounded the horn on his social media by uploading an image of him and the boys on a bender. Posting it late at night, Dan Reynolds reckons he's excited to get on the market again, and that is a new lease on life. And no, it has absolutely nothing to do with him hiding his heartbreak. Speaking to The Advocate, Dan said he reckons his jaw will be swinging harder than a nightclub door this weekend. But at least he'll have an extra day to recover next week with our public holiday. And for quote of the day, New South Wales Premier Dominic Perrottet says it's not good enough that nearly 9 out of 10 applications for recovery assistance have yet to be paid out, almost 2 months from the state's devastating floods. The total value of the submitted applications for rental support payments is about $70 million. He said, these programs have been jointly funded between the state and Commonwealth, and the guidelines that are in place, I believe, lack flexibility at a Commonwealth government level, and I've raised that with the Prime Minister. Hopefully they will get those payments soon. Anyway, that's what's making news this week. I'm Effie Bateman, and see you guys tomorrow.